You're young. You barely have any life experience. You'll see when you get my age. So, you're not attracted to people? So you hate sex? So you don't want a partner? But why? You're so pretty. Don't you want children? Being asexual is very challenging because if you're pretty, then most people are just looking to get in your pants without even knowing who you are. And that it sucks because it's not just with people who are asexual. Women, men get that a lot. And nobody asks, oh, when did you realize? Or say, that's great, love that for you. But luckily, I do have people around me that understand what I am and accepts me. So I'll explain what area I'm in and some things I've had to deal with, which isn't much, I would say, because I don't go out much, but still, experiences whatever. Experiences still. Anyway, better to make this video on Pride Month than any other, so why not? I have been having trouble coming up with video ideas, so yeah. As you heard, I'm asexual, not aromantic. I still fall in love with people. I could like them first. What's with me and stuttering a lot? Anyway, I can like people, their personalities. I can fall in love, but it's more so different from when other people explain it for me. When other people explain it in their videos, they say, oh, when I was in school, I chose a person to have a crush on. I chose that person. For me, I didn't choose a person to like. I just thought like when I had a crush, there was this one boy who I liked for 5 years. And I honestly just liked his face. He was cute. And so I remember confessing. The next day he told his friend and they made fun of me. And my attraction instantly died. I still liked his face, but it died instantly. And I had multiple other crushes, I would say, but it wasn't it was more so friend crushes. I liked them, I liked their personality, and I wanted to be close with them. I remember I had a crush on my best friend. She was I did not question that crush, honestly. I didn't question my feelings for her. When I had feelings for her that first week, I realized I was oh, I'm gonna just go confess. So I did. And, she rejected me, and I didn't have any problem with that. And we stayed friends. There's more that happened to that story, but that's kind of a video for another day, if I tell it at all, anyway. Yeah. So, fast forward, I'm out of school, and I haven't liked anyone in a while. And I moved out my mother's place, and I'm talking to my sister, and I tell her, I tell her basically I'm asexual, and she's like, oh, cool, me too. And I remember when I was talking to her, everything got emotional, and we were on the phone, and I was crying and saying that I thought I was horrible and disgusting for the things I liked. And excuse me, I am burping a lot. I just had a smoothie, okay? My bad. But this kind of doesn't really correlate, but I feel like there was multiple factors to say that I realized when I was asexual, because I remember liking a lot of people, but I never wanted to let me, I never thought of them in a sexual way or a sexual manner. And that really contrasted with my mother, who basically was very promiscuous, let's say. There would be a guy in her place almost every month, every week, and she would project a lot onto me and my sisters, and we weren't like that. So when she found out that I was reading Yaoi and Yuri, let's just say I have some trauma from that. And I'm gonna say man, It turned out horrible. And she kept asking if I was into sex, if I like, I hated it. Anyway, for a long time, I thought I was like the scum of the earth. I thought I was disgusting. And look, if your parents make you feel that way, then that's not okay. You're like, everyone is free to explore things as a teen. I was just a kid when I was reading that stuff. And honestly, I still read it. Not as much as I used to, but it's entertaining. Anyway, and since my mom was really religious, I thought that I was unholy and I felt guilty for that, for reading that stuff. But honestly, this is a thing for another day as well, or video for another day. But reading Yuri or Yaoi while being religious isn't a crime. You should not feel guilty for that. Anyway, next topic. Okay, that was a serious side tangent there. Sorry about that. Someone just texted me. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So when I was talking to my sister, it was very validating, and I felt great talking to her, for what I identified it as, for clearing some things up. And it was empowering. We talked for hours, and it made me realize even more about myself. And maybe that I'm a little sex repulsed. Those videos were nasty. Anyway, so a little bit later, I actually decided to tell my mom I was asexual. And here's how it went. I'm gonna try my best mom voice. So I got on the phone with her, and I was like, here's how it went. Mom, I need to tell you something. What, you gay? No, I was gonna say I'm asexual. What that mean? I'm not attracted to people sexually. How? That's not possible. Well, it is for me. Girl, if you're gay, just say it. Like, you sure you don't like dick? I'm a talk to you later, okay? Love you, Mom. Wait, please explain. I hung up. Yeah, that's how it went. My mom's pretty vulgar, but anyway, point is that do you know how uncomfortable I don't know why I decided to tell her, but yeah. And then there was another time at my job, right? There was this guy who seemed very cool when we first met. I wanted to be his friend, honestly, and that was it. Like, I thought he was a cool guy, and I wanted to be friends. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you my phone number. I want to be friends. And he's like, okay. So gave my number, and honestly, I'm sorry. I knew it. I didn't know who that was gonna have. I shouldn't have given him my number. Honestly, I shouldn't have given him my number. But he wanted a relationship, and I just wanted a friendship. When we talked, I told him that I was asexual, and he said, oh, you just don't care for sex. And I was like, and to dumb it down, I was like, yeah, sure, I don't care for sex. And also there's this other comment he made, which I still think about to this day, which is stupid. Like, not all girls are put in the same boat, or people. But anyway, I told him I was in the books. And he said, oh, so you one of them girls, huh? I like that. And I'm like, bro, I didn't say this to his face, but I'm in my head, I'm like, sure, I read romance, but I'm not into dark romance like that. What? No, sir, bye. What you looking for? Definitely not me. Anyway, later that day, he texts me, he's like, hey, he wants me, and I look good. And it was honestly disappointing, because he only liked me for how I looked and how my body was shaped. There was a point where he wanted to touch me, and I let him. And I later regretted that, because it felt awful. And I just felt the handprint, and I just didn't like it. And later I blocked him, because at that point I just wasn't comfortable, and he wasn't understanding, and I didn't want any of that. So if people don't understand you and what you want and what your boundaries are, and they keep repeatedly not understanding. I feel like it's on purpose at this point as well, because a lot of people in the queer community, or like in a general space, public in general, thought that, like, they thought gayness was a mental illness. They thought that being trans was a mental illness as well, and asexuality. Like, it's not. It's not like we choose to be that way. And I want to be me. I would love to have a partner one day. I would love to cuddle up in bed together, to watch a movie together while they're holding me. Like, wouldn't that be nice? And then we could just, I don't know, eat some chips and it'd be fun. But I'm getting sidetracked. I need to follow my script. I like hot women. I like hot men. Honestly, Silas, don't get me started on Lady Demetrius. Oh. I do want a partner one day. I'm a romantic at heart. I love seeing characters together. Like, and honestly, I don't read enough fan fiction, but there's a reason for that. It has to do with my mom. And I want someone understanding. I want someone understanding, and if I don't want that, what was I writing on my script? What? I don't think I was thinking. Oh, I was on the phone with my sister earlier, and I was typing while she was saying stuff, and I think I typed whatever. Anyway, okay, my computer just died. Okay. Well, we're gonna free wall the rest of this. So I don't know. I hope that everyone has a good day and that you stay prideful in yourself. And also, I'm not gonna say. Yes. I forgot. I'm asexual. I'm a little demisexual, but I don't think, like, if I were to be in a relationship, I would want to have sex with a person suddenly. Not suddenly, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm ace. I would say I'm pansexual as well, because I like me a hot I like me some hot people, okay? I like me some beauties, and yeah, editing this is I'm gonna have to draw. Anyway, have a good day, people. Thank you for watching to this long, if you even stayed this long. If you did, comment blueberry and then put an 8 next to it, because my favorite number is 8, and my favorite fruit is blueberries. Anyway, bye. Hope you have a good day, and Nokwa out. Do not go into the deep dark sea.